The belief that the universe tests our commitment and faith before granting our desires is widespread in the world of manifestation. Many feel that challenges and obstacles are deliberately placed in our path as a way for the universe to assess our resilience and worthiness. However, this perspective overlooks the natural ebb and flow of the manifestation process itself. The tests we encounter are not a conscious evaluation by some external force, but rather a byproduct of the way the universe responds to our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. One key factor is the delay between shifting our inner vibration and seeing that shift reflected in our physical reality. As Rumi explains, the universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. During this delay, the universe continues to respond to our previous doubts, fears, and insecurities. Sri Akarshana offers another perspective, suggesting that the tests we face actually serve to strengthen our resilience and faith. From this view, the obstacles we encounter are not punishments or barriers, but opportunities for growth and transformation. They push us to face our fears, develop our inner resources, and become the person capable of sustaining the manifestation of our desires. As Gandhi reminds us, if you want to change the world, start with yourself. The key is to trust the process and the divine timing of the universe. As Albert Einstein said, the only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. The tests are not meant to trip us up, but to help us evolve and align with our highest good. By staying centered, maintaining faith, and continuing to take inspired action, we can move through the tests and emerge stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with our deepest desires. It's essential to remember that the universe is not merely testing us, but guiding us towards manifestation through the natural cycles of growth and transformation. For example, when Alexander the Great was a young prince, he famously tried to tame a horse called Bucephalus that no one else could ride. Everyone told him it was impossible, but Alexander had faith in his ability to succeed. He realized that Bucephalus was afraid of its own shadow, so he turned the horse toward the sun and mounted it. Alexander successfully tamed Bucephalus, and the horse became his trusted companion throughout his conquests. Alexander's story illustrates the way in which the universe may test us with challenges before our desires come to fruition. Like Alexander, we are often faced with obstacles that seem insurmountable. However, through perseverance and inner strength, we can overcome these obstacles and emerge triumphant. Just as Alexander tamed Bucephalus, we must tame our own fears and self-doubts in order to manifest our desires. The universe may throw us curveballs, but with patience and persistence, we can achieve our goals and find ourselves closer to our heart's desires. In our daily experiences, there are moments that defy conventional explanation, instances where events align in such a way that they seem to convey a deeper, more profound message. These occurrences, often referred to as synchronicities, and the signs and symbols we perceive as messages from the universe, play a significant role in many spiritual and philosophical traditions worldwide. Exploring these phenomena not only enriches our understanding of reality, but also deepens our connection to the unseen forces that shape our lives. Synchronicity, a concept introduced by Swiss psychologist Carl Jung, refers to meaningful coincidences that cannot be explained by cause and effect, but are instead seen as manifestations of a deeper order or intelligence. These synchronistic events often involve seemingly unrelated occurrences that align in a way that feels significant or meaningful. Recognizing synchronicities requires a heightened awareness of the patterns and connections that unfold in our lives. It involves paying attention to subtle cues, such as recurring themes, unexpected encounters, or serendipitous events. For instance, meeting someone who shares an uncommon interest, right after you've been thinking about it, or encountering a series of numbers or symbols repeatedly in different contexts, can be seen as signs of synchronicity. Beyond synchronicity, many believe that the universe communicates with us through signs, symbols, and messages. These can appear in various forms, such as dreams, visions, animal encounters, or even through the natural world. Each symbol or sign is thought to carry a specific meaning or guidance tailored to the individual receiving it, crossing the barriers of the ego and achieving union between the self and the unconscious mind. Spiritual symbols often condense complex spiritual or philosophical ideas into a form that is easier to understand and remember. For example, symbols like the lotus flower in Buddhism represent purity and enlightenment, or the Christian cross that represents personal transformation and spiritual growth. The journey to success is not easy at all, so it's important to remember that the universe is neither friendly nor hostile. It only reflects your inner world, which is also a reflection of the higher world. Your soul is literally the bridge between the conscious and unconscious minds. So facing trials in life is just the way the universe interacts with us before our dreams come to fruition. The key here is to remember the necessary principle of cause and effect and how it affects our daily lives. By staying attuned to the universe's frequency, you not only avoid harming others, but also avoid harming yourself. The key to the desired manifestation lies in being able to discern the intentions that come from your unconscious mind, revealing the root of the problem that caused your inability to achieve success. So, it's important to remember that the role of surmounting trials and emerging victorious is entirely yours. Your commitment to your higher purpose will dictate the positive and negative outcomes you receive from the universe. So set your standards high and choose to be the best person you could ever be. As we delve into the astrological influences on manifestation, it's crucial to understand that the stars do not dictate our fate, but rather offer guidance and insight into the energies that shape our experiences. The law of attraction, on the other hand, empowers us to consciously direct these energies and align our thoughts, feelings, and actions with our desired outcomes. Do you remember the opening quote from the renowned astronomer Ptolemy? It beautifully encapsulates the essence of the relationship between astrology and manifestation. The stars, with their celestial dance, provide us with a roadmap to navigate the currents of life. But it is ultimately our own free will and conscious choices that determine the course of our journey. Each planet, star, and celestial body holds a unique vibrational frequency that interacts with our own energy field. By understanding the language of the stars, we can tap into the cosmic rhythms and harness their power to amplify our manifestation efforts. Consider the planet Jupiter, for instance. Known as the Great Benefic, Jupiter is associated with abundance, expansion, and good fortune. When Jupiter is well placed in your birth chart or transiting a favorable position, it can imbue your manifestation practices with a sense of optimism, generosity, and synchronicity. Conversely, a challenging Jupiter placement may require you to temper your ambitions and approach manifestation with a more grounded and disciplined mindset. Intention is the cornerstone of both astrology and the law of attraction. By understanding the unique energetic signatures of the planets and stars, you can craft intentions that resonate with the cosmic rhythms and harness their transformative power. Imagine, for example, setting an intention during a new moon, a time associated with new beginnings and the shedding of old patterns. By aligning your intention with the energy of the new moon, you can tap into the potent creative force of this celestial event and catalyze profound shifts in your life. So, whenever you feel overwhelmed by the tests the universe throws at you, remember there's a wealth of wisdom and internal consciousness waiting to reshape your life. Astrology, among the mystical arts of the past, aligns perfectly with why the universe tests before it manifests. Just don't get stressed out by not achieving immediate results. Achieving your goals takes time. Like everything in life, nothing comes for free, so persistence and consistency are essential in your arsenal. One of the most intriguing and often debated aspects of astrology is the concept of predestination. If the positions of the planets and stars at the time of our birth can influence our lives, does that mean our fate is sealed? How does this reconcile with the fundamental principle of the law of attraction, which emphasizes the power of our own thoughts and actions to shape our reality? The answer lies in the duality of these two seemingly opposing forces. Astrology provides us with a deeper understanding of the energetic landscape we are born into, but it does not negate our ability to consciously navigate and transform that landscape. In fact, by aligning our manifestation efforts with the cosmic rhythms, we can harness the power of the stars to amplify our own creative potential. As we delve deeper into the intersection of astrology and manifestation, we uncover a profound truth. The path to true transformation lies not in the pursuit of the ego's desires, but in the surrender to a higher cosmic order. The ego, with its insatiable cravings and attachment to outcomes, can often sabotage our manifestation efforts. Astrology, however, invites us to transcend the limitations of the ego and align ourselves with the greater rhythms of the universe. By cultivating a deep sense of humility and reverence for the cosmic forces at play, we can tap into a wellspring of creative potential that far exceeds the narrow confines of our individual wants and needs. Beyond the dissolving of the ego lies a deep paradox, the paradox of free will versus predestination. The classical argument against free will based on the assumption of determinism is considered a failure. The debate between determinism and indeterminism in physics remains unresolved. So the classical argument that determinism is incompatible with free will is flawed. The Bible teaches both the concepts of predestination and free will, presenting a paradox that must be embraced rather than resolved. Predestination can be understood as God's foreknowledge rather than strict determinism. The doctrine of free will asserts that human behavior is not solely determined by necessity or chance, but involves a special region of free choice. This allows for moral responsibility and accountability that would be undermined by strict predestination. Overall, the general consensus suggests that the philosophical arguments for free will over predestination rest on the unresolved nature of determinism in physics, the biblical presentation of the two concepts as paradoxical, and the need to preserve moral agency and responsibility. The focus is on embracing the tension between free will and predestination, rather than fully reconciling them. It is important, therefore, to seek your own purpose in life and understand your strengths and limitations, rather than viewing the universe as a distant, abstract concept. Strive to decipher its codes and messages to foster spiritual and personal growth. As we conclude our exploration of the profound interplay between astrology and manifestation, one of the most intriguing and humbling realizations we must confront is the way the universe tests us before it manifests our deepest desires. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, understands that true and lasting transformation does not come easy. It is through the crucible of challenge, adversity, and even apparent setbacks that we are forged into the individuals capable of embodying and sustaining the very blessings we seek to manifest. Consider the analogy of a seed. Before the seed can blossom into a magnificent tree, it must first be buried in the earth, where it undergoes a period of darkness, pressure, and seemingly dormant growth. It is only through this process of germination that the seed is able to break free from its confines and reach towards the light. Similarly, the universe often tests our resolve, our faith, and our willingness to surrender to the divine unfolding of our lives. When we set an intention and begin the process of manifestation, we may be confronted with obstacles, delays, or even temporary setbacks. It is in these moments that the universe is assessing our commitment, our resilience, and our ability to trust the process. So don't feel discouraged by whatever appears on your path. Keep your faith high and embrace challenges and difficulties with an open heart and an open mind. You would be surprised by the amount of wisdom the universe has to offer.